Welcome to Dacey's Divas. Hi, I'm your host, Dacey. Today we have another health and fitness guru. At such a young age, she owns 2 bar classes called Bar 3 in Bedford, Mass. And in Sudbury, Mass. And please welcome this dynamic diva out there making a difference for so many women in health and fitness. Welcome, Natasha.
Thanks, Dacey.
And it's Groblewski?
Groblewski, yeah.
Groblewski.
Yep.
What is that? You said you're a little Sweden?
So my last name is Polish, but I'm Swiss.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm a dual citizen.
Well, welcome for coming on Dacey's Divas. I know you're very busy. We met about a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
I have to say that I love her Bar 3 class in Bedford. I have been a faithful fan of yours for, well, a while.
Almost since the beginning.
I know a good friend of mine, Molly Bennett, got to give her a big shout out. She said, Dacey, you got to go try this bar class in Bedford. And way back when, I was taking bar with my cousin Dana in Westford. And I just have to say that it is such a wonderful, wonderful class. It is amazing. And thank you, and I feel great. Yeah, so, wonderful.
Well, we're glad that you're part of our community.
Honey, tell us a little bit about who you are for our viewers, and then we're going to talk a little bit about what bar is, and you're going to show us some moves today.
All right, sounds good.
All right.
So I
put my hat on, too, while we're talking.
Yeah. So I grew up around here. I grew up in Lexington, Mass. And then after graduating from high school, I went to school in Vermont. And after that, I was like, I need to do something different. I need to get out of New England. So I decided to venture all the way out west.
I know, I can't believe that.
Portland, Oregon.
Right.
My brother, who's 7 years older, was living there. But other than that, I didn't know anybody there.
Right.
And I taught first grade.
Wow.
So that was totally out of my comfort zone. I mean, I was an econ major in college.
Right.
So, but it was so fun.
Yep.
And so I was a collegiate athlete. And after graduating, I just was bored of running and wanted to find something new. Right. So I literally Googled fun exercise class in Portland, Oregon.
Yeah.
And the first pop-up was Bar 3, and it was right down the street.
Right.
And it was their first studio ever.
Wow. And you've been doing it for a while?
Yeah, I've been doing it for basically since they started, so 9 years.
Wow. Now, what is bar number 1? Is it
So
you're going to a
like-
bar, people think?
Yeah,
or is it
get some
we're
drinks.
raising the bar right now?
So basically, bar is a very generic term for like a fitness class that incorporates somehow the ballet bar.
Right.
So, but within the class itself, it varies drastically.
Right. Okay, and Pete has some pictures of the bar. We're going to show your bar class, but what is Bar 3? You put in number 3.
Yeah.
What is that?
So 3 is like a triangle and a symbol of balance.
Okay.
And then we also have 3 pillars. So we have exercise, then nourish,
Right.
which is like food, and then connect, which is community.
Right. Now, on the bar class, okay, here's the class. Is this Sudbury right here, or is this?
That is Sudbury. Yep, you can see
Pretty.
the big windows.
And you work with bars, like a bar, correct?
Yes, we do have a bar in the studio. Yep.
When you were teaching, and then you Googled you wanted to do something different with yourself, you came back here, and you worked for Bar in Needham.
Yeah, so actually when I left Portland, Oregon, that was the first time I ever talked about opening a franchise because I knew I wanted to bring it back to Massachusetts. I was so young.
Right.
So I figured go back, get some business skills, get some money.
Right.
And then about 7-8 years later, Needham opened. And that's when I saw it on the Bar 3 website, and I contacted them and became an instructor there.
That's amazing. And you were online, right?
Yeah, so when I left Portland, Oregon, they had just started their Bar 3 online workouts.
What is that? Like, what was it online?
So they have 3 instructors in a studio, and they show you the modifications. So one of the instructors does the modifications, one does it full out, and then they have the instructor kind of walking you through it all.
Which is great.
Yeah.
Now, first you owned Bedford. Can we say how old you are? I'm
You can
amazed.
say yes, please.
You're 31 years old.
Yeah.
Young girl, talented, very sweet girl. How many instructors do you have between the Bedford and the Sudbury?
Right now I have 13 instructors.
And you only opened, I remember, Bedford was only open for about a year, and then you opened Sudbury, correct?
Not even. So I had opened Bedford, and then 3 months later is when I purchased Sudbury and opened it 8 months after I'd opened Bedford. So it was a year.
Now, are your instructors licensed?
So they're all Barre 3 certified.
Yes.
The certification process is about 2 months.
Wow.
So it's super extensive, where we learn about the body, we learn about what's safe for the body, and really how to teach the amazing class that we teach.
Now, in the barre classes, and I know that everybody, it's all about the core. What is so important with the core?
Sure. I mean, the core stabilizes your entire body, right? It's like what holds us upright.
Right.
It's what helps us breathe.
Right.
So, yeah, it all comes back to your core.
Right. I loved, we had to give her a big shout out, Lynn.
Yeah.
I know. Now, she was such a wonderful instructor. She's, gone, obviously she's working in anthropology, but she's amazing.
Totally, yes.
And your girls are always uplifting. I have to say, if you have never taken a barre class, you really have to try it. You have to try it. It's amazing. I am just so amazed at the time. It's a 60-minute class, and it is, explain, it is 60 minutes. You can't get late. You go late, forget it. It starts on the hour, right?
Yep.
And it ends. It's amazing.
Exactly 60 minutes after, yeah.
How do you know to time it? Like, I don't know how your instructors know to time it. It's just
so
right on
people
the...
do it different ways.
Okay, yeah.
Some people do it by the time on their watch or on the clock, and then other people do it looking at the music. So we create these playlists that are 60 minutes long.
Right.
And then you can kind of look at how far along you are in that song.
Right. How important is health for women?
Ah, so important.
At any age?
Any age. Oh my gosh, yes. Starting from when you're really little all the way to...
Now.
Yeah.
What is the age group in Bedford, age group in Sudbury? Is it younger, older?
So in Bedford, it's a little bit younger, but I mean, the average age is probably 40, 42.
Wow, that's amazing.
And then in Sudbury, it's probably 45.
And strictly women, but there has been a few men that have taken your classes.
Oh yeah, yeah. We started off with a lot of men, particularly because we opened in winter.
Right. Okay.
But I think that sometimes it's harder for men to feel comfortable going in to the studio at first, but then when they try it, they realize it's not super feminine and it's so hard.
Right, it is hard. Oh my God, it is hard. People think it's easy, it's not.
No, yeah.
Can you lose weight doing barre?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how many days a week do you think you need to go?
To lose weight or
to keep it going?
So I would say 3 times a week is great. If you can go 4 times a week, you'll really see changes in your body.
Right, I agree. From doing it, I mean, at my age, I'm 55, and I don't have any menopause symptoms, which is unusual. So I feel that has really helped me with my age. So that's important too.
Absolutely, yeah.
Let's show some exercises.
Sure.
A few, okay?
Absolutely.
Let's show you stuff.
All right,
Take
cool.
my hat off so we can see it.
So our basic, one of our basic postures is sumo.
Okay.
Where your feet are a little bit wider than your hips. And then you sink your seat back, keep your chest upright.
Right.
So we start all of our postures out in a hold. And this is gonna make sure that you have proper alignment and you're starting to engage the muscles, right? So I'm feeling it in my quads, feeling it in my glutes.
Right.
Then we layer on that 1-inch movement, right? So I'm just tapping it back and lifting.
And you're sticking your stomach in it the whole time.
Yeah, so I engage my abs so that it really protects the back, especially at this inclined position. So this small range is starting to fire up and strengthen the quads and glutes.
Right.
And then after that, we do large range. So that's gonna rev your heart rate up.
Right.
And this is your more functional movement, right? Like throughout the day, you're not working in a small range of motion.
Right.
But this is the kind of movement, like large range, where you're going down to pick up your laundry hamper or to pick up your child.
Right.
That's the more functional movement.
Right. And that's so important. And that's easy. People can do that at home.
Exactly. And that's the cool thing, is that you can do this all at home.
No, you have a chair. Can you?
I do.
Right. Could you do anything on the chair in the barre or hold on to the chair?
Yeah,
How about,
I mean, you can use the chair for balance.
Right.
Oftentimes we do postures in all fours on the floor.
Right.
But you can use the chair instead, standing, so you're not putting pressure on your shoulders.
Right. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Good girl. That wasn't interesting. So that's what we do all day long.
Yeah, exactly.
So how hectic is your life? Owning 2 studios.
Crazy.
Is it?
Yeah, I don't have much time for social life right now.
Right.
Hopefully I'm getting into that balance soon.
Right. So you do, because you love your dog, Herbie?
Herbie,
Yes.
yeah. I love him so much.
Do you get to have any time off? Probably not, right?
No, my first year, right before I opened Sudbury, I did take a week-long vacation, but haven't really since then.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I have an amazing studio manager in Sudbury,
Right.
Annalise, and she really helps me. And anytime I need like a few days off, the team is amazingly supportive.
Right.
And they're really supportive of each other too, which I think is super special.
That is super special. You have a few charity events that are coming up. So you've been involved in charity within the last year.
Yep.
I know you did one, I think it was Alzheimer's.
Yep, we did
Okay.
Alzheimer's Association, we did Smile Mass.
Yes.
We were going to do one with the Pediatric Brain Foundation,
Yeah.
but that got postponed to the end of this year.
And then you have one coming up October 13th at 2
We
o'clock
do.
in Sudbury,
Yep, in
correct?
Sudbury, yep.
Let's talk a little bit about that charity
That's for
event.
Medivivor.
Okay.
It's going to be taught by our amazing instructor, Gabby.
And what is Medivivor?
So it's an organization for breast cancer.
Okay, great.
Awareness, research, and forget the third thing.
Right, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's all about breast cancer because it's Breast Cancer Awareness
Right,
Month.
which is perfect. So do all that, right?
Yeah.
I think it's amazing.
It's going to be a really fun event, and it affects everybody,
It
right?
does affect
we all
everyone.
know somebody or have been affected by breast
It's true.
cancer.
You have busy schedule.
I do.
So you
yes.
have to get back today. So are you teaching? Do you teach? You still teach. I see you teach
Oh my gosh,
all the
I
classes.
teach a
How do you
lot,
do?
yeah.
What do you do, like 12 a day?
No, no, I don't think that'd be possible. But sometimes 12 a week.
12 a week?
Yeah. So
Wow.
because I like to have a presence in both studios.
Right, which I agree.
So I think it's important to always show my face, and I love teaching so much. And I feel like that's just another layer and level of connecting with clients too.
Right. That's great. You do have to connect with clients.
Yeah.
Tell me your greatest experience since you've opened. Whether
Greatest experience, honestly.
it's been with a client or something that really stuck out in your mind that you felt, wow, you made a difference when you left.
To me, it's when, and I've had certain instances where clients told me something really personal that whether their spouse had been cheating on them and they were getting a divorce, or they were going through something horrible health-wise, or they had a big loss in their life, and how much Barre 3 impacted them, and how that was kind of their shining light throughout the whole thing.
Right.
And made them feel stronger, especially in things like relationships, where you might not feel good about yourself, that the fact that Barre 3 has had such a positive impact in their lives, it makes everything worth it.
Right. Not only do you have health, you have diet. Now you do a lot of challenges. So
We do.
explain some of the food. Like I know that you have like when you walk in, you can try like some of the cookie or whatever,
little
the
snacks,
cookies,
yeah.
little snacks. So tell me, do you help people with diet? Do you help people with nutrition?
So I don't personally.
Right.
I mean, I can give recommendations, but the whole idea behind Barre 3 is that you're not counting calories, you're not looking on a scale.
Right.
But you're eating whole, clean foods, right? So you're not eating tons of added sugar.
Right.
You're not having tons of milk or tons of coffee.
Right.
That we're eating really healthy foods that are whole. And that's what's going to make you feel more full as well.
Right.
So you're not eating empty calories.
Right.
But that you're also feeling energized throughout the day.
Right. And a lot of your clients do feel energized because I know every single class you leave, it's people are like cheering and everybody's so great with each other, and it's just like you feel like I feel like so uplifted when I leave. Sometimes it's like a struggle, like let me get there, and is it gonna be traffic today? And I'm always running in, but if I run in, you guys are like just go in, Dacey. I'm like one of those late ones. I don't know why too, but I love it, and I feel like everyone feels like that when they leave your class.
Totally.
It was the best thing that when I walked in that door, and I remember. It was the dead of the winter, and I'm thinking, I just kept on pushing my sisters were like, well, what else do you have to do? I said, yeah, you know what? I'm going to go take that class. And I never stopped.
I think that's the biggest hurdle, is I think a lot of people are intimidated to come into a fitness studio, particularly Barre, because people think, oh my gosh, they're going to be these 20-year-old skinny ballerinas who are putting their legs up on the bar, and that is so not it at all.
Wow.
And I think that's why it's so important to be
Here we are
welcoming.
here too. Is this Bedford or is this Sudbury?
This is in Sudbury, so that was our latest photo shoot. But as you can see, like one of the cool things about Barre 3 is that we give modifications and alterations throughout the entire workout, so that you're finding what feels good in your body. You're not going to find the results that you want if you're working through some sort of pain.
Right.
You're just going to get injured, and you're going to be back on the couch.
Right. Now you work with, talk a little bit about, you work with weights, which is so important for women my age with osteoporosis.
Oh my gosh,
I
yes.
mean, even the cardio. So talk about the weights. You have like 1 pound, 2
Yeah,
pounds,
1
3?
pound. We go up to 5.
You do go up to 5.
But honestly, we recommend 1 or 2 pounds.
Yeah, I use the
because
2.
you're doing such high repetitions.
Right.
And if you go past 2s, oftentimes your form is not as strong.
Right.
And we really want you to have good form, good alignment.
Right.
So you're not getting injured.
And also you have the ball, the orange ball.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about the purpose of the orange ball.
Yeah, so the ball helps engage muscles like the inner thighs. You can place it in between the legs. We place it behind our backs for upright core, so that's going to help support your back a little bit more.
Yeah.
And then we also use it when we lie flat on our backs underneath our sacrum when you're doing incline core.
Right.
That can help protect the low back as well.
I feel that it has helped improved my posture, and one of my friends that I made her come, and even one of my goddaughters, they're like, I could feel my posture is so much more with the core and the breathing and
It's
everything.
Crazy. Yesterday, I actually had a client come over to me, and she said, I want to tell you a story. I went to the doctor, and they measured me, and I'm half an inch taller, and it has everything to do with your class. And the same thing happened with Tara, our instructor.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And half an inch is a lot to grow in a year.
That is.
As you know,
the older you get, you're more
woman.
hunched over. I know my posture is like
Exactly.
needs work, so it's like wow, that's a great story there too.
But again, right, it all comes back to your core.
Your core, and that's so important. And diet and health. Who is a role model for a woman in your life, Natasha?
I think my role model has always been my mom.
Yeah.
She has just had this entrepreneurial spirit her whole life.
Really?
And she owns her own business.
Wow.
And so
What does she do?
growing up, so she places part-time CFOs into companies.
Great.
And for me, I think she really helped me take that plunge and trusting myself that like I could do this too.
Right. I think that it's so important. How important is to build someone's self-confidence and self-esteem? Like you talked about relationships or people that come in or tell you that, you know, a relationship isn't good or someone cheated on you. How important is that to build your own self-confidence or someone next to you self-confidence?
Oh my gosh, it's huge.
It is
and
huge.
You think about how we are constantly comparing ourselves to other people, right? Like, oh, like I wish I was just thinner, or like, you know, I wish that my whatever was bigger or skinnier. And
it's true.
I think that the more that we can feel stronger in our own bodies and feel more comfortable and confident in our own bodies, the better and happier our lives are going to be.
Right. If you had a magic wand, what would you wish for a young woman out there in this type of environment? It's not an easy environment.
No, especially at such a young age, they're being bombarded with all these images.
Right.
I think along those lines, to feel confident and comfortable in your own body, because it's such a strong, we all have such strong, beautiful bodies.
Right.
And they're all so different, but they're incredible in their own ways.
Right. What would you recommend for someone that came in and said, oh, I don't know, I'm just feeling down? How would you push her? How would you motivate that young or older woman? Older woman too.
We get so many people like that who come in.
I know.
Oh, I don't think I can do this.
Right.
Just try it.
I know.
Try it. We have your back.
I know. I'm passed out on. I have to say, I'm passed out on the mat sometimes. You'll come on, you are right, Dacey.
Okay?
I'm fine. I'm getting up.
Totally.
I'm holding on by a thread. I'll say, and then everybody will start laughing. But it's like, you know what? We all have that image. You know. But I think the women your age or younger nowadays has a little bit more that they can focus. There's a lot out there that they can read about. Image and Barre, and at my age it was like get out, go for a walk, go ride your bike. We worked. It wasn't about building self-confidence, building self-esteem. It was it's a whole different generation, don't you think?
Oh, especially with just so much of the media out there.
Right?
Yeah.
Do you you did the park the other day? We didn't talk about the park. So tell me about how you had 100 girls in the pouring rain?
Yeah, well, so luckily it didn't rain, but it had been raining. It was just past weekend, so it had been raining.
Oh, here we go, right here. Oh,
yep.
Great pick. Thanks,
well,
Pete.
that was from last year. As you can see, the weather was better last year. But we had even more people than that this year, despite the gloomy weather.
Right.
And thankfully, it held out. The rain held out for the entire hour of the class, and we had 120 people show up.
And what do they do? Just, do you feel that outdoors is kind of, do you feel it's better? You know, do you feel people just wonder, well, why don't they want to go into the studio? I was like bummed out. I'm like, oh, I don't know if I want to go all the way out there, but I don't have the energy. But what's the purpose of you doing that?
I think it's just a fun community event.
It's packed.
Where people can do what they do every day in the studio.
Right.
They do it outside, in the sun.
And I heard there's a great farm there, right?
Yeah,
it's in Sudbury.
In West Concord.
Oh, West Concord, okay.
Yeah, right on the Sudbury line. But I think it's also a nice way for everyone to come together, whereas like you can only fit 27 people in one studio.
Right.
Outside, we can fit 120 people and join our two communities together.
Right. Have you ever had someone leave and say, oh, this is just, I'm all set? Have you ever had anybody?
You always get like one or two, but honestly, it's literally been one or two.
Yeah, I know. I never see any negative.
No.
Never. You know, we're always like, and it's great because you build friendships there too, and you start to talk to people before, afterwards, and it's great. We only have a few minutes left.
Okay.
So what else are we going to talk about? You're going to take a vacation, hopefully.
Well, I mean, that would be nice.
But that's okay. You're an owner, and an owner has a lot of responsibilities.
100%, and I knew that going into it.
What is the worst being an owner, do you think?
Just having to juggle all the different things.
Yeah.
And I think the biggest...
People's personalities?
100%, yeah.
Right? Work?
Clients and employees.
Employees, right.
But I think the biggest thing that I'm trying to learn is just to let go of the things that I can't control.
Right.
Because there are always going to be things I can't control.
Right.
And to just kind of let them
slide off.
Right. Yeah.
Do you have, like, you have to have a schedule, right?
Oh,
do they want to be like, I want to do only the Friday morning, I want to go on the weekend? Do you have to do a rotation?
So usually most of my team, it has been so flexible.
Right.
We do have people who work full-time jobs and then teach around that. And so I kind of build it around my schedule and their schedule, and then I fill in.
Right. To do that.
Yeah, it's a big Tetris game.
So October 13th, don't forget, 2 o'clock in Sudbury. Do you want to tell your websites?
Barre3.com/Bedford and Barre3.com/Sudbury.
And anybody can come in, take a class?
Yeah.
The first class is free.
So the first class is not free anymore.
It's not anymore?
Not anymore.
Wow,
I know. But we have.
Well, they can say they went to Dacey's Divas. You can get like a %
Yeah, exactly.
off.
That's true.
We saw the show.
We have,
That's okay.
If you say that you saw Dacey's Divas,
it doesn't matter.
I would give you a first.
You know what?
free.
People will always be like, oh, you know what? It doesn't matter. You have to invest in yourself. You have to pay. It doesn't matter what the price is. I mean, it's whether you buy something that makes you feel good, whether you're going to go exercise. It's your health. You're going to go out.
100%. You need to invest in it.
You're going to spend money on, you know what? So talk a little bit about that.
Yeah. Well, we actually have 2 new client specials, and one of them is 3 classes for $45.
That's inexpensive.
And that way you don't just come once, right? You try it out 3 times. You try different instructors, different class times, so that you're really feeling the benefits of Barre3.
Well, I have to thank you. I had to give you my traditional Godiva chocolate. It's dark chocolate.
I love it.
You being Swiss and all.
Yeah,
thank you. For the diva
you.
in you, I have to thank you. You are an amazing,
so much, Dacey.
inspirational woman out there making a difference. If anyone knows a great woman like Natasha, please reach out to me at divas.us. You can reach out to Natasha at her website. And thank you for watching Dacey's Divas. I will see you soon.